Hey guys, this is Ron Givens with Mercedes Textiles. We're at FDIC 2024 in the Mercedes booth. I got Kevin Pfluger here. He's one of our consultants. I'll let him introduce himself.
That's right. My name is Kevin, consultant here with Mercedes. I got on to be a consultant with Mercedes. We've done a host study of our own down in Live Oak a few years ago. Ended up going with Mercedes, and I got asked to eventually join the team just based off of the work put into our host study and other things. I guess that was seen in me. A consultant with Mercedes, what that means is we just consult, we just provide information. I'm proud to say I don't do sales or anything like that. It allows me to keep my words kind of true and genuine. And it's just a good combination because I do believe in the product. I do use the product. And so I do love the fire service. I do love engine ops. It just allows me to kind of speak true to individuals and provide the information and let them decide from there if they like the hose or not. I do teach with some engine ops classes where we use this. We use this with Bears of the Oath engine ops, first line engine ops out of San Antonio. And then you can catch us around the nation using this as well, doing host studies that are out there.
And that's really cool because what you're saying is when you go out and consult a department or consult an organization, you're bringing the hose, you're doing the flows, and you being a firefighter yourself, it really shows that you're not there to provide sales. You're there to actually show the product and give product, a true, genuine opinion and a true, genuine feel. So coming from our Kraken line, right, we added the Super II to it. We announced like a few years ago, guys, see, well, a piece of our Super. How did we get to here? What made this such an important piece of equipment in our line?
So it's just been identified. I really know in the fire service, a 2.5-inch line can be very intimidating. If you don't have the staffing where you're able to pair multiple engine teams together, if you don't have the staffing of a same-man engine, the maneuverability, it's in our fire service culture, it kicks your butt. And the nozzle actually kicks your butt too in a 2.5. So by going to a 2.25 line, you're able to fix the maneuverability issue. By going just down 1/4 inch to a 2.25, you're reducing about 40 pounds water weight per 50-foot section. So at that point, you're looking at 160 pounds of clearing maneuverability in a sense. So what's cool is when you get this stuff, it's no gimmick. It's left like that. When you charge this 1.75 here on the ground, charge this Super II, and pushing 2.5 on the ground, that 2.25 truly maneuvers more like that 1.75 line. So now that gives you that option where, like a lot of the fire service runs with 3-man engines, you got 2 guys that can now hump that hose to the fire. So you're able to take the appropriate water when you do need it. Or if you're sure about it, you don't have to worry about it anymore. The maneuverability of 2.5 has been an issue for so long. It's just unfortunately very common where that line's never getting pulled on fires where it needs to be pulled. So pair that with some good knowledge and tactics of understanding how to hold that line and manage that nozzle reaction, either in a come out or lock off or a clamp or something along those lines, then it's an easy pair for you to use all day long. And you don't have to worry about all the issues that we're used to doing. So we've done that. This swells to right at a 2.25. It matches what we're supposed to be doing with Freeman's ratio. Freeman's ratio says that our fish should be the half size of our diameter of hose, and that 1.1 is right at that 2.25. So what that allows it to do is it gives it good velocity, good back pressure, good strain, and just makes a really good match. And as we've seen now for 2 years now, it's just catching a lot of popularity across the fire service. I mean, we've been looking at the booth now all morning, and people are just talking about all day long how they're trying to get Super II or they've ordered Super II over these past couple of years.
So the Super II 2.25 line flows the same amount of water as 2.5 with an 1.1 tip.
Yep. If you're using that 1.8, or you're using like a 250 fog, or you're using an 1.16, which flows 230, that's that perfect range. That's that sweet spot. That 210 to 280 kind of range is where it's at. And that 1.8 that's perfectly paired with that. So a lot of people, that's the common 2.5 tip across the whole nation is an 1.8 tip. That's the most common tip on there. So a lot of people are already set up either on the pre-connect or the highlight spot to go to switch to that 2.25 line.
And then is there any options that come with the Super II if we, let's say, like, obviously we'd have a 2.5-inch coupling if we were going to do it the standpipe operations. Is there any other options available for any other reasons?
So it does come with the option of an 1.5-inch coupling. One of the benefits to that is it's a little bit lighter weight on the end of your nozzle. Best practices is to have your nozzle, your coupling, your attack package as light as possible. So it does flow a little bit easier because it is a little bit lighter. Sometimes departments, depending on what they're set out with extended line operations, they can put that on the bundle. And the little bit of extend off of, say, you twist the tip off of a TFT or an L card, you can hook into that and extend off of that as well. So there's allow you tactical options, and it's really just a preference. With Mercedes making their own couplings as well, the engine lock couplings are pretty special. They will actually able to taper the inside of that coupling. That's almost more like a bell reducer, which actually doesn't reduce friction loss as much as a typical inch and a half coupling made by other manufacturers.